Everyone around you has been telling you, work hard, you'll get successful, then you'll be happy. Your parents have been telling you, oh, study hard, then you're gonna go to university, then you get a good job, and then afterwards, then you're going to pay the mortgage, and then you get a wife and kids, then you're happy. Let's go. It doesn't work that way because scientific research, like statistics, they've analyzed all the data and they found that success doesn't actually precede happiness. Happiness comes before success. People they think when you succeed, that's when you're happy. No. It's not I'll be happy once I achieve this goal. It's actually the other way around. I'll achieve this goal once I'm happy. You become happy first, then you work hard, and then you're successful. It's actually the other way around. And if you want to study more about this, there's an amazing book called The Happiness Advantage by Shawn Achor. Basically, if you want to do well in life and you want to perform well, learn how to be happy. Like, learn how to increase your mood, your baseline happiness, so that when you go to work, you are the most productive version of you. So much research has shown that doctors who are primed to be happy like before a diagnosis actually end up finishing twice as quick as the doctors who got no happiness. They also made like half as many mistakes. So they got 2 to 3 times faster and more accurate than the doctors who were just negative or in a neutral state. So if you put yourself in a negative or neutral state, you're actually putting yourself at a competitive disadvantage. If you want to beat your competition and you want to achieve the reward, the goal in the end, you have to stop looking at happiness as a distant reward for your accomplishments and start looking at happiness as being now and your achievements being helped by happiness. You need to stop grinding through the days on negative or neutral states and start capitalizing on happiness every opportunity you can get. So, how do you apply this? You just like get a notebook like this, and you get a pen and you just write down on the notebook or on your phone notes app, what are the 5 small things that make me happy? Or you could also do this other exercise from Mo Gawdat, the happy list. So the happy list is actually I don't even remember. Oh yeah. So basically the happy list is number 1, the thing that makes me happy is drinking water. Number 2, the thing that makes me happy is reading books. Number 3, the thing that makes me happy is a conversation with my family, etc., etc. The happy list is just a list of all the things, the everyday ordinary things that make you happy, that give you lasting happiness as a good side effect. And then choose like 5 of those or 3 of those or even just one. And then every single time you want to go to work, you want to study, or you want to record a video like I am, um, then do that activity that makes you happy for at least 5 to 10 minutes before you go and start the work block. So a lot of people they'll think to themselves, ah, I'll do the happy thing right after I do the work block. No, that's actually a good strategy, but a better strategy would be do the happy thing first, the thing that makes you happy, and then the work block. What you didn't see in my room is I danced and I sang before I actually did this video. So the phrase that I like to repeat to myself is I'll achieve my goals once I'm happy, not I'm happy once I achieve my goals. And that helps to remind me to do the thing before the happy thing before the actual work block. So before this video, I actually applied my own advice to you, which is dancing and singing. So because I'm Filipino, singing is gonna be my number one happy habit. And then number two, I also dance. So I basically just sang a song whilst dancing just for 5 to 10 minutes before I actually press record on this video. And I did like my mood was like kind of neutral. I bumped it up like just slightly, like a few centimeters, inches above the neutral line. So my mood went just a little bit up. And research shows like statistics and hormones and like performance reviews, even just a small increase in happiness would make you 2 to 3 times faster and make you like just so much more efficient. And you only need like a small like injection of happiness, metaphorically. So the more happiness you have, the more creativity you'll have, the more intelligence, the more focus, the more self-control you'll have, because stress leads to cravings. Happiness undoes it undoes stress, so you get less cravings. So if you want to quit cigarettes or whatever, happiness, building the happiness advantage really helps. In fact, I can't really cover everything in this 10-minute video. So if you're one of those serious students of self-improvement, then you can read The Happiness Advantage by Shawn Achor. I'll put a link down in the description. So yeah, the whole protocol practice that you should do every single day, especially before you do the actual work block like studying, just repeat this phrase to yourself. It's not I'll be happy once I achieve my goals. I'll achieve my goals once I'm happy. And then you just do one of the 5 activities that you did from from your happy list. And you just do that for at least 5 to 10 minutes before the actual 1 hour, 2 hour study block. And you'll find that you'll remember more, you'll focus more, you'll actually enjoy the work more. You won't have to like fry your brain trying to study for this exam because you've primed your brain to be in this unique mental state, not really unique, but this mental state that invokes this competitive edge called the happiness advantage. The more happiness you cultivate, the higher your mood is nowadays, the better you will be than pretty much everyone else. Trying to work through work on a negative or even neutral mood means you have a competitive disadvantage against those who are starting work with a happy mood. And in fact, this is strange. Like back in the day, cavemen or people in tribes, hunter gatherers, if they weren't afraid all the time, if they weren't unhappy all the time, then they just get killed by the tiger or they get exiled by their tribe. Like cavemen all the time, they had prolonged unhappiness, fear, anxiety, anger, frustration, just so many things to be afraid of, and just this unhappiness that they feel pretty much the majority of the time, and then they like cut their happiness short. Because humans that were happy with what they already had were more complacent, and complacency led to you dying and your genes never spreading. So, cavemen in their environment of hunter gatherers and the predators always on the lookout for hunting them, they they had to have this emotional profile, which is the majority is negative emotions, and then you'd have to cut short the positive emotions. But nowadays, we live in a different environment. Instead, if you want to get ahead of your competition and achieve the things that you want, and at the same time be happy, you have to make the majority of your motions, of your time thinking, just positive emotion, and then cut short the negativity. Nowadays, that's the competitive advantage. That's what we call the happiness advantage. So apply this right now after you finish this video. Next time you want to study, you want to do some deep work, you want to record a video like this, or you want to learn a dance like I do. I actually apply the happiness advantage before I do dances, then invoke the happiness advantage in your own life after you finish this video. Make life worth living. That's my new catchphrase, by the way. Yes.